bedrooms I'm working on. As soon as I got new carpet to put in there in each of these 2 bedrooms in this one part of the house, and just trying to get it, looking nice if I want to list it with a realtor.
Well, I mean,
Before I
last time
sign up
you,
on the
you
other.
texted me, you said that you'd be willing to do it at the 120. I know I said that I was coming in
Yep.
probably closer to the 90 to 100. So I wanted to kind of present something
Yeah.
to you to see if it's something you wanted to look at. So, I mean, I feel comfortable more around closer to 100. I know that you've done some work and some time and energy into it. And maybe
Hmm.
with the amount that you've done at this point, we could potentially get a little bit higher. I know things are kind of all over the
Yeah.
place on there. What I'd be willing to do
Yeah.
is instead of me coming in and be the buyer, I could go find the buyer for you. And what that looks like is we can get under contract at the 120. I'm going to spend the next week and a half
Well,
to
I
2
got a friend
weeks.
that's a realtor in town here too. So
Yeah, I
if I
wouldn't
was
do
going
it.
to do that,
I wouldn't do it as an agent. It would still be a cash offer. It's just not me buying it. I would go find the buyer for you.
hmm yeah. But what do you get out of it?
I get a referral fee if I end up finding the buyer for you. It's called
And
an
what's the
assignment.
referral fee?
It's an assignment of contract.
What's that?
It would be an assignment. It's whatever I kind of get from the buyer.
Oh, in other words, the buyer pays you.
Correct. So you would net your
Okay.
120. It wouldn't be something that you're getting a percentage like out of
Well,
an agent.
right, if you give me the 120, find me somebody.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You
So
know,
we could go through
you
that
know.
bit I could spend the next week and a half, 2 weeks looking in that area and a couple of other areas because I'm in a large
Yeah.
community of
Well,
people.
right. Let me get this house a little bit more closer to clean. It's cleaned. It's cleaned out. And like you say, I just painted the 2 bedrooms. Yesterday I finished the other one. I'm right now painting like the heating vents so they look nice. So when I put the doors on them bedrooms and the new carpet in, the carpet in, they're done. And then I can start concentrating on other parts,
I mean,
And so
how
I
much
need
how
another
much
week
more
to.
do you said a week?
Yeah, about a week, because I took out, they got a patio door for free, and they converted the garage into living space. Well, I took the patio door out and I bought a window the same size as the patio door but window, and I put that in. So I have to shim out the 2x4s to put the new sheetrock on because they had like 1/2 inch OSB on the inside of the garage on that wall, and so I got to take and shim that wall, insulate it, and then put the sheetrock back on there and texture and get it kind of looking nice.
Yeah, I mean, we could take that week, but what I would suggest you do is like, let's go ahead and just start this process now. You're going to continue to do the work no matter what. If this works,
Hmm.
great. We got it at the 120. You don't have to do as much. If it doesn't, at
Right.
least you're still
Yeah.
progressing through getting the project done to where maybe you could list it on market and get a little bit more. I don't think that
Right.
there's no benefit to wait. I mean, we can go ahead and start pushing this out,
Right.
see if there's any interest, and at least get feedback. They might
And
come
so
back
you
and
give me
say,
if you give me the 120 and you get your buyer's fee, I'd be happy with that.
all right, so let's do this.
I need to stay at that 120.
Okay, I understood that, and math wise, I think it's possible to get that 120. You sent me some
Hmm.
pictures, and I think it is kind of a little bit more work than I was anticipating from the original conversation, and that
Well,
might be something as
what?
well.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Well,
like, there are some like decent properties in this area that someone might want to just do something else with it. So even though
hmm
like I see it as I think it needs to be closer to
well,
90
shit,
or
we got
100.
Native Americans that are looking for property like that, and we got the lodge right next door that's owned by the Native Americans that might be looking for this for just their employees to use.
Who
Have a
knows?
couple employees live here.
So I mean,
You
I don't
know.
think that you have the time or the resources necessarily to find these end buyers. That's something that I
No.
have.
No.
I have the specialty to do that. I have the connections. I'm literally in a
Yeah.
community of like 1,000 people that are nationwide.
So
So like,
right, and that would buy something like this and finish. Here's I'm slowly working on it, trying to get it cleaned up and get repairs done, and like in a week I gotta, if I don't, it's not a big deal if I'd like to sell it and be done with it right now,
mm-hmm.
but I got a girlfriend that may be coming up on the 10th and stay until the 24th, and I need a place to stay, so I'm getting these 2 bedrooms done so she can stay in one, I can stay in the other, and we're good.
Yeah, are you still in the
And
Airbnb currently?
no, my wife does that shit. Yeah,
Okay.
see, and that's the biggest draw. She wants me out of the Airbnb that I'm living in. I have no control over that. That's her business, but I built the freaking things, and that's her business, and she's going behind at the bank because I'm living in one of them. Well, you should never divorce me. You wanted to leave me,
Right.
And so, but
Well,
this thing, in all reality, it needs a bathroom upgrade eventually, and the kitchen cabinets, I can't stand looking at them, but I can't afford to put new kitchen cabinets in.
right. Yeah, you
And
told me
that's
you
what
had
I
run
need
out
to
of
do is
money.
upgrade.
So I mean, you're sure you're
Oh,
working with what material you got.
Yeah, got very well. I didn't do too bad. I went and played $50 at pull tabs, and the third, just give it 50. The third ticket I pulled was $1,200.
Hey, there you go. That was a good lucky day.
And so, but I ended up spending another $200 because it wasn't my money I was working with. Plus, I give my damn niece $120 for because she works at the bar, and I ain't gonna tip her no more if I go there again because she never paid me for a job I did. I should have got $4,000 from her, and her mom, she gave me $1,200 to start. Her mom put $2,000 in my account. She still owes me like $2,000, which I'll never see.
Right.
Type of thing, but she begs for my goddamn tip all the time. It's like bullshit. Another niece was there with me, and she, well, you got to give her a tip. It's like, no. Once I explain it, I wouldn't give her a freaking tip. I'd walk out. Yeah, shut your mouth the next time. That's the second time. The time before that, I pulled a $500 ticket and a $400 ticket in one night.
Hmm.
So something God is good to me.
I love it.
All
Well,
I can say, yeah, all I
that's
can say is
fantastic,
like,
man.
yeah.
Let's do this. What's a good email address for you?
My name backwards at Yahoo.
Your name backwards?
Nistler Tim at Yahoo.
Okay.
Yep. Nistler Tim at Yahoo.
Okay. Nistler Timothy at Yahoo.
Yep. Nope. Tim.
Just Tim. Okay. Tim at Yahoo.
Nistler Tim at Yahoo. All lowercase. Yep.
All right. I'm going to send over. It's just like a 2-page agreement. I got to have the contract to be able to do this, to push it out to the buyers. There's nothing, if you want to go over the contract together.
When would you, well, that might be helpful because I don't read. I can switch it over to Speechify if I can cut, copy and paste it, but I'm busy working on this. And my phone is going.
Literally 2-page agreement says, I'm the buyer, you're the seller, this is the price we agree upon. There's a clause in there that basically says an assignment of contract. And that's where I'm going to take that to assign to somebody else.
Okay.
But I have to have the contract in order to be able to push it out to somebody. And then past that,
and you guarantee me the 120.
Correct. And if for some reason, like this is what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to contact every single buyer that I can find in that little local area and a little bit of surrounding areas. I'm going to let them know that, hey, we got this property that's going for 120. This is the price we're looking at. This is the current condition it's in. These are things that we're still working on getting up to date. And our goal is to get some walkthroughs in there. And then if we get some walkthroughs, then hey, we're good. They're going to either say, I'm ready to go at the 120, or they're going to say, hey, based off of X, Y, and Z, this is what I'm seeing, and this is where I'd want to be. At that point, I'm going to tell you what's going on. You're going to say, nope, I'd rather finish the work and list it on the market. Or you're going to say, I don't want to do that, but maybe if we could do X, Y, and Z, and we could just keep having conversations at that point in time. But this wouldn't drag on for probably more than a week to 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, the kitchen is old-fashioned, tongue and groove. I can show you a picture of it right now, and I just don't like the looks of it.
You sent me
upgraded. I don't know.
You sent me a handful of pictures, but I would like a little bit more. If you can get like a picture of every wall in the house, that would be phenomenal, as wide as possible, because I'm going to need that in order to like, push it out so they can see. We want to make sure that people are actually interested in it to come out and go. It doesn't need to be clean. You know what I mean? Like, we're dealing with investors that their goal is either going to rehab it or they're going to rinse it out, one of the two. And in that area, it's going to be a fix and flip for sure.
Well, it's a fixer upper. The first thing I would do is, if it was me, it's got the old ceiling tile. That ain't a big, people live in that. They don't really care if you're going to rent it out. But if you're going to rehab that, but it's, it's an old house. That's all there is to it. But I need to I got to stay at that 120 to do what I need to do.
Right. And like I said, all we can do is have a conversation and attempt to try it. So I'm going to send over this agreement. It's going to come to that email. It's just going to be a DocuSign. If you want to, do you want to go over that together? Do you want me to go ahead and send it?
You need my wife to sign it too.
She's on the deed. Do you have an email address for her?
No, I don't. I'd have to get it.
Okay. Well, then let's do this. Do you want to work on getting?
So how long? Once I sign this, how long have we locked in to working with you?
Probably about 2 weeks. My goal is to probably set it to close within the next 30 to 60 days. Our goal is in the first 2 weeks, I'm going to market this thing out and try to get every single cash buyer in the local area to get their eyes on it. And we're going to try to generate interest to get them to see it.
Will you list it on MLS then or what?
No, I will not do that. I don't have access to do that. I'm not an agent. I'm going directly to the end buyers. I am not an agent. I'm not doing a traditional marketing in this sense. I'm literally just going to my network of end buyers. I'm going to go to the people that are
Your phone is breaking up. Can you hear me now? Lost the last 30 seconds.
Okay. I said, I am not listing this on the MLS. I am not a realtor. I'm not an agent. I'm an investor. If the property is deep enough, I'm going to buy it. Sometimes what I do is if I can't buy it, then I'll go find the buyer for you.
Okay.
So no, this is not going on the MLS. I'm going to go directly to these end buyers that have done fix and flips in the area and surrounding areas and let them know that, hey, we're selling this thing at 120. We're going to give them some photos of the property and our goal is to get them to walk it. You're not tied up with me. So like if in the next 2 weeks, I should have an answer with you that we're either ready to move at the 120 or this is the feedback I'm getting from these buyers. At that point in time, you can say, all right, you can kick rocks and we can terminate the agreement right there. Or we can potentially keep trying, but I'm not going to
for that because you, like you said, the buyer will pay you for finding this place. And no, it's not clean. I've got all my tools in here scattered everywhere.
Sure.
And it's, this place if I do them 2 rooms, I'm going to try and shampoo the kitchen, this living room carpet. If it comes clean, it's clean enough until it's sold. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the grandkids treated this place like a freaking garage, and there's stains that hopefully if I spray them, they'll come out. I don't know what's on the floor. They're, if it's an ink pen that blew up, what the hell happened? But it's a old red carpeting. If I could afford to buy new, I'd probably put it in.
Right.
And then, like I said, the kitchen cabinets are bad. I got to do some sheetrocking, and I'm just working my way. Once I get these 2 bedrooms done, I'm going to work my way through the house, fixing and repairing different windows that I pulled out because the main part of the house still had in the kitchen living room 2 windows that one went into the utility room, one went into the entryway. Well, you don't need a window to the entryway inside the house. I took it out and put it in a spot where it had a bad window outside. The window was bad, so I just switched them. And they're not good with new windows and all that. So, yeah.
Well, let's get this started. So the first thing I need you to do is as soon as you get off the phone, contact your wife and say, hey, what's your email? I'm attempting to sell this thing. I need this. As soon as I get this, you're going to get an agreement that's sent over to you. We're selling it at the 120. This is the path that we're trying to take with it. And the quicker that both of you guys can get to an agreement on that, get her email to me. I can send out the agreement to both of you. Once both of you sign it and you get me some photos, then I'll start my process on aggressively getting it out to the cash buyers.
Yeah, I can get the photos right now while I'm sitting here, but it's like I said, it's a mess. It's
Hey,
sheetrock mud on the living room floor.
You're not dealing with the MLS. You're not dealing with the retail buyer.
Okay.
We're dealing with nothing but investors. You know what I'm saying? So like this is
All right.
expected. It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll try and get my pictures the best I can here.
Yeah, pictures, and then get her email. As soon as you get her email to me, I'll draft up the agreement. I'll send it out to both of you guys, and then as soon as both of you guys sign it, then I can start my process.
I'll get her email right now. I'll give her a text.
All right, Tim. Appreciate you, brother.
Bye.
Bye.